Welcome to the Intuitive Drop, the place where intuition gets honest and your body finally gets the mic. I'm your host, Leslie Turner, somatic practitioner and intuitive coach. If you're spiritually curious, hungry for clarity, or tired of surface level conversations, you're in the right place. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Intuitive Drop, where we talk about the stuff your mind avoids but your body remembers. I'm Leslie Turner, somatic practitioner and intuitive, and someone who woke up the other morning with a dream that dragged up 2 decades of betrayal wounds. And honestly, it was exactly what I needed. So let me tell you what happened. I woke up really early. My husband gets up at 5 a.m. and of course I have a hard time going back to sleep. So I woke up stupid early. Then I could hear him rustling around, and also to a dream where I was dating someone. Keep in mind, I just said I was married to my husband, but I was dating someone, and apparently we had a nanny, and so there was a kid. And in the dream, my boyfriend was cheating on me with the nanny, boldly, almost mocking me with it. And the storyline was basically that she's hotter. Obviously, he couldn't keep it in his pants, and I'm nothing. And I woke up like this, like, what the heck? The people weren't real. I didn't recognize them. The relationship wasn't real. None of it had anything to do with my actual life, but the feeling was real. That heavy, humiliated, punched in the gut kind of feeling. And immediately my intuition came in with the clearest hit of, this is not about your husband. This is old. And my body was right. Because as soon as I sat with that gut punch in the epigastric upper belly area and the tightening and the knot at the top of my stomach, the memories started resurfacing from about 20 years ago. And suddenly I was in my early 20s with my first real boyfriend, the one who cheated on me, the one who called me a nobody in a message to another girl, the one who told me I was imagining things, gaslight 101, the one who made me question my intuition, my worth, and, well, my sanity. And you know that betrayal hits before you have a language for the fact that it's betrayal. That first experience where someone you trust teaches your body that you're not enough to stay for, you can be replaced, your instincts are wrong. That one. It imprinted quite deep. I can still remember reading the text exchange, and it was like a plug got pulled out from my solar plexus. Like all the warmth drained and got replaced with shame. And the crappy part is, you don't just get over something like that. You build an entire survival pattern around it so that it never happens again. And I didn't even realize how much it had shaped me until, well, this week, because that wasn't the only time it happened. There were a handful anyway, of boyfriends after him who flirted with other women right in front of me. Ones who wanted me when they were lonely but wanted someone else's attention when it mattered. Ones who fed that same wound, the one that said, you're not the chosen one. You're not the safest option. You're not enough. So my body learned to bury those feelings, to push down the humiliation and the unworthiness and the betrayal, and to hide them so deep within that even I forgot they were there. Except they still were. They were still there, because that's how the body works. It doesn't forget, it waits. So when I woke up from that dream earlier, my heart was racing. I had this tightening in my gut, and the old me would have spiraled. What if something's wrong with my marriage? Is this intuition telling me? Is this fear? Is this a sign? But instead, the message was clear right after that. This is not about him, my husband. This is about you finally feeling safe enough to look at this. And that's the part that kind of floors me. My nervous system didn't bring this up because something is wrong. It brought it up because something is very right. My marriage is safe. My husband is grounded. We have a lot of trust and love and stability. My body finally has the conditions it needs to kind of process that old wound without fear that the ground is going to fall out from underneath me or the other shoe is going to drop. So instead of spiraling, I sat with it. I felt that knot in my stomach. I listened. I let it speak. I gave her immense compassion, the one who went through this 20 years ago, and then for about 10 years after that. And guess what? I didn't die. at all, actually. Later, that same day, actually, I talked it all out with my husband. I don't think I'd ever told him the story of the cheating or the first boyfriend, and it was beautiful. And I got to say, I know this isn't about you. I'm just meeting this old part of me today. I got to express a lot of gratitude for him, for the safety that our relationship gives me, for the stability that allows my wounds to come up without it being a threat. And that conversation, the honesty and the steadiness, that was healing. Not in a really dramatic, cathartic, cinematic way, but just two adults holding space for truth. And I want you to hear something from this. Old wounds will rise when your body finally feels safe enough for you to feel them. I say this all the time with my clients when they say, oh, I thought I was over this by now. But your body holds on to things and it'll help you process them when the timing is right. This is not your intuition telling you that life is falling apart, because it isn't. My dream wasn't a warning, it was a release. My fear wasn't intuition about the present, it was intuition pointing to the past and how this stuff has to come up because it's not supposed to be part of my future. Those buried feelings of betrayal and unworthiness and humiliation, I honestly thought they'd kill me if I ever looked at them again. But they didn't. I met them, I felt them, and stayed alive in my body. This is the work. This is how you stop letting old wounds dictate your current life. This is how you stop projecting those old stories onto safe relationships. And this is how you reclaim your intuition, the real intuition, not the fear-based stuff, not trauma dressed as fear. And this felt like freedom. So if this episode stirred anything in you, if your body is remembering similar patterns, please know this. This is not your system telling you that you're broken and can't be repaired. You're not being dramatic. Your body is trying to finish a story it never got to finish. And you're safe enough now to let it. Thank you for listening. And if you're moving through this kind of emotional pattern and want clarity in the moment, I do offer clarity hits, those potent, intuitive voice notes that go straight to your inbox. But mostly, just take care of you. Take care of your beautiful body who's always trying to speak to you. And it remembers all of this from the past because it loves you. If something I shared today landed with you and you're craving a deeper dive into your own clarity, I offer one-on-one guidance through my SEER Method sessions. It's 1 hour, potent, intuitive insights, somatic exercises, and tools that help you move forward with ease. You can learn more or book your session at leslieturner.ca. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time on The Intuitive Drop.